real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is Judge Judy. Dejuana Covington is suing her cousin, Ashanta Bird Arnold, for loans to buy a car and to bail her husband out of jail after he was arrested for failing to pay child support.
Order. All rise.
This is case number 92 on the count of of Covington versus Bird Arnold.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Miss Covington, the defendant is your cousin, and you claim 2 loans to her. Your cousin has a claim against you in the form of a countersuit, but she's actually suing the wrong person, which I'll get to in a minute. And what kind of work do you do?
I'm a property manager.
For whom?
S&L Nuts Farm Realtor.
How long have you worked for them?
2 years.
Before that, where did you work?
I have my own rental property, and also I was working in the mental health field.
You have family?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me who the family is.
I have 3 children. I have a 24-year-old son, I have a 21-year-old daughter, and a 19-year-old son.
Do they all live at home?
My 2 youngest ones live at home.
Tell me about the first loan that you made to your cousin.
Okay, on May 9th, my cousin and her husband...
May 9th?
May 9th, 2012. My cousin called me with her husband on the phone stating that they needed money to get him out of jail.
Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you in jail for?
Child support.
Non-payment of child support.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
How much money did you need?
$3,000.
Otherwise, what was going to happen?
I would have to sit in jail until the next court date or whatever, how it would work. I never knew nothing about it. I mean, it just came up and they were like, I've been had pending cases and locked me up.
You didn't know anything about what?
About child support. I didn't know nothing about paying child support or nothing. They just
Did you know
locked me
you
up.
had a child?
Yeah, I knew I had a child, but I never knew I had child support
Just a
cases.
second. But you knew you had a child.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you sending support?
No, at the time,
So the answer is no.
No.
So you weren't supporting the child.
No, I didn't know where they was. I still don't know where they at to this day. But I'm still constantly getting locked up and paying child support. I mean, there ain't nothing I can do but either pay it or go to jail. I mean, either or. I mean, like I said, I don't know the kids. I ain't seen them.
We'll see.
How old is the kids? The boy like 4 and the little girl like 2.
When was the last time you saw them?
Last time I seen the little girl probably about, I don't think she was 1 yet.
And is that the last time you saw her?
Yeah, besides seeing the mother in court, talking all what she
Well,
was
you had to
talking.
see her someplace other than in court because you have a 2-year-old with her.
I mean, I hadn't
So
seen the kids in forever. I said I hadn't seen her until
they've been around forever. They were 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Sit. All right, you needed $3,000. What did you do?
Well, actually, my cousin and I was on the phone, and she knew I was upset, and...
Don't tell me what you knew. Did you ask her for money?
Well, she said she did.
Did you ask her for money?
No, ma'am.
Then what did you call her for?
I was already
You mean
talking
you
to
wanted
her.
to do a conference call with her for no reason? Sounds ridiculous. The only reason to do that is if you were asking her for some money.
Yes, but I didn't ask her. She said I could have it, so, hey.
Did you pay her back?
Did I pay her back?
Yeah.
No.
Well, because the money that she advanced went to your child support. It didn't go to the state. It went for your child support. She didn't have to support your children. You didn't enjoy making them, did you?
No, ma'am.
Why should she pay your child support?
She did.
I know she did. That's your job. Yeah. You made them. You pay for them.
I can't say I did receive $150 out of the $3,000.
From whom?
From Ashanta brought it to my house to my daughter.
So she gave you $150?
Yes, ma'am.
That's something. Does he work? Why not?
Because he had a heart attack, and we were trying to apply for disability.
When did he have a heart attack?
About 2 years ago.
Has there been anything wrong with him since?
Him taking medication.
A lot of people take medication. I take a whole bunch of medication. Bird takes a whole bunch of medication. You know, do you have blood pressure a little bit? All that stuff. We all take medication, you know, just to live. That doesn't mean you apply for disability. That means you get a different kind of job. He doesn't have to move mountains. He can learn to do something else. How do you support yourself?
Certified nurse assistant.
You work full-time?
Yes, ma'am.
Who else lives in your home?
Me, my husband, and 4 kids.
Are they his children?
2.
How old are they?
My 7-year-old and I have a 4-month-old.
So his heart condition didn't stop him from making a 4-month-old. That could be very dangerous, you know. It's less dangerous writing up an order, something, or even driving a car or a cab or a truck or something else. That didn't stop him. So he stays home and takes care of the children, is that what he does?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're the breadwinner, and you already knew that he had a couple of kids that he wasn't supporting, right?
Well, we didn't actually know that was his. He hadn't had DNA done on him.
He knows now. So is there any... 2850. What was the next thing? That was May 9th, 2012.
Yes, I think it was like 2 weeks later. I was out looking for my son a car, and I went to the car lot. Well, actually, me, my cousin, and my daughter went to the car lot to test drive the car for my son. And she was also looking for a bigger vehicle for her and her family, so she rode down with us. So when I test drove the car for my son and found out it was a lemon, I didn't purchase a car. But she seen the SUV that she liked it, so she...
What's the date?
That was May the 16th.
So that was a couple of days after you had already laid out $3,000 for her deadbeat husband.
Yes, ma'am. And the
Well,
reason
what did you do that for?
reason why I did that, because Ashanta me and her was just like sisters. We talked on the phone. I have lent her money before. She had always paid it back. This is the first time.
Show me proof that you gave her $3,000 to get him out of jail and this car purchase that you allege.
Okay, here is the documents from the court system where he had to pay the $3,000 for the child support.
Please.
And I have my bank statements where I withdraw the money out on the 9th. And these are my phone records on the 9th way.
No, I believe you.
Okay.
I just want to see where you took the money out to pay his bail. Stina, you have 2 children with 2 different women? What?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, you didn't make that clear before.
See, that was a whole different case on that right there.
What is this for?
I got like 2, 3 different child support cases.
You have to find something else to do to occupy your time. I wouldn't go on disability if I were you. I would get a job, keep you busy, engaged, because there are other parts of your body that should be able to function. How can I see the car, please?
Yes, ma'am. This is the picture of the car here.
Well, I want to know, when your cousin told you she was going to pay back this $3,000,
The $3,000 was supposed to be paid back within 2 weeks.
well, where did you expect her to get the money from?
Well, he said that he was going to sell his rims off of his car and do whatever else he had to do.
His rims off of his car.
I never said that.
Do you have rims on your car?
Yeah.
Where did you get them from?
I mean, the car old. I mean, I got it from my homeboy years ago, like 2006. I don't drive the car. The car's just sitting there.
So why don't you sell them?
Because I have a history of that car and I won't let him sell it.
What kind of history?
My father, my brother, and my cousin got in trouble over that car, so I refused to let him sell it.
Explain it to me.
They caught a murder case over that car, so I just feel like that car is something special to me. Because today my daddy and him is locked up over that car and I don't want him to sell that car.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't understand.